Hey guys. I swear I've stopped doing the same thing, but apparently something about the camera makes me want to do it. But I just wanted to give an update and talk to you guys about my writing and blah blah blah. That's what my whole channel is about. Why am I summing this up? Okay, I'm being weird. But basically, first and foremost, I want to give a huge thank you to absolutely everyone who reached out to me on the video I posted a couple videos ago. I think when I filmed the video I posted before this, I hadn't received some of those comments yet, and so more people have reached out, and I really appreciate it. And I want to assure you all I'm doing much better and getting used to the new normal as I have been thinking about it. And yeah, I've started reading again, and tonight I am vlogging because I'm going to officially start heavy reading again tonight. I have made the declaration, I have put it out there to you guys, except, you know, I could always just not ever upload this and then you never know. But no, I'm gonna do it, and I'm really excited. I've been thinking so much about what I want to do and thinking more about what I talked about in my last video, which is about my point of view, and it just feels so right. Like, I let myself, there's a dog pooping right outside my window. Oh my god, that is so funny. I've never seen someone walk back here. It's like a back alleyway. There's never been someone back there, and now there has. Actually, that's not true. Once there was a girl outside our window crying hysterically back there, and we were like, should we check on her? Like, we didn't know what to do. But she was on the phone with someone, so we figured she maybe wanted just space for conversation. This is all besides the point. Okay, but this woman's gonna watch me vlog right now. Hey, what's up? I'm not gonna wave, that'd be awkward. Okay, she's leaving. Okay. Yeah, so I let myself marinate on it a little bit before I like dove in and started, which, I mean, I could have done anyway, because every time you write, you become a better writer. So, you know, I personally, it's my belief there's no disadvantage to just trying out new things. But I kind of just wanted to sit on it more and just like, I don't know, I guess scared to start it again, just because it felt, this is gonna sound weird, but it felt so right that I didn't want to mess it up. And I was scared like to start it and then it not feel right and then feel the writer block frustration again. But I've been sitting on it a lot. It feels really right, and so that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. I'm really excited, if you can't tell. But the other thing I wanted to chat about, like the reason I like turn on this camera, is because one thing I've done that's sort of been helping me mentally cope with what's going on, and I kind of like said it in the beginning of the video, and that's that I've started thinking about the situation as my new normal. It feels more empowering with what I can actively do, whereas before it's like, okay, we're waiting to hear when things are gonna open again. We're waiting to hear when we can physically go back to work in our workspace. We're waiting, and that's all very disempowering. You know, we're just being strung along versus actively making choices in our life and taking that power back. Not that, like, I'm not meaning to speak negatively about the choices being made for us. Like, I'm the biggest supporter of everything, but just as far as like mentally coping with my life and feeling like I don't have a lot of the freedoms in my own life choices that I had before. For example, just like, you know, going to school and going to work and going on vacation and going to people's weddings and things like that. And just planning for the future and like planning if we have a job or not. But one thing I've been really frustrated with, and I think probably everyone has the same frustration, is I would rather be told like, okay, this is going on for 2 years. It would make me feel better to just have that knowledge and then be able to figure things out from there. Like, okay, these are the facts, now let's recoup. And so like the thing that has me the most unsettled is that nobody is throwing numbers out there. Nobody is like making claims, and it's because they can't. Like, I understand why they can't, but that just to me is like the unknown is like the scariest part for me. Basically, I've decided though that for my own mental health, I guess you could say, instead of feeling like I'm waiting, changing it more to, this is my new normal. What is the current state is going to be the state for who knows, but this is the situation that I need to be adjusting to. And then when that changes, when things open again, I'll readjust from there. So instead of like, you know, I've been working from home. Both Zach and I, my husband and I, have been working from home. But it's, in my head, it's all been so temporary that I'm like afraid to do anything that makes it feel permanent. Like I haven't bought anything to make our work from home life easier. I haven't, or I didn't buy like different clothes or what, you know what I mean? I just let it be a temporary thing. But, you know, a couple days ago, I was like, you know what? We know this is going to be going on for a while. Instead of thinking I'm working home right now until we get told we can go back, I am just going to think of it as I am now working from home full time. That is the statement, that's the fact. And hopefully down the road, who knows when, I will switch that role. But right now, this is my current situation and this is what I need to be adjusting to instead of just waiting. So yeah, so I bought some like, I call them like casual wear, where it's not like, mostly pants. Like I either have like really loungy pajama pants or I have like work pants or jeans. Like there's nothing else. And so I like went on Amazon and I bought a bunch of like lounge style pants, like joggers or things that were just like a step up of pajama pants. But why put myself through work pants when I don't have to? It felt really good. I like packed them away. I was like, okay, I'm not working in an office setting right now. I don't need work pants. And that felt really good. I also bought new sneakers because my current ones were really worn out, and I was like, well, I'm hoping to be doing some more walking and jogging, and so I would love to have new sneakers. I bought a new Fitbit band because I want to start wearing my Fitbit more since I'm working from home. I need to be adjusting to that. And so just like looking up tips on like how people work from home full time normally and like adjusting that to myself. So yeah, it's just sort of like a way to feel more empowered with my life and what's going on right now. And another thing that we did was sit down and sort of go through plan B and plan C if certain things did happen. If we were to lose our jobs, if our jobs were to get furloughed for a temporary amount of time, what we would do if we went back to work a lot later than we were hoping, which kind of sounds like it will be the case. Obviously, nothing is official. It is all gossip, all hearsay. So don't quote me on this, but we just found out there's a chance we might not go back to work until January, which I mean, I kind of figured it was coming. So again, I work for a school and they have to, you know, pretty much every university right now is looking at whether they're gonna stay open for summer and or fall. As far as physically open, I mean, like they're doing online courses, and it's looking like my school is considering more being online in the fall. So that means, I was saying to Zach, like if we don't go back until January, you realize we won't have been at work for almost a full year, because we left for our wedding in February. Like we had vacation, like we took vacation off for our wedding, and so it will been almost a full year since I have stepped foot into my office, and that's so weird. I keep hoping I didn't leave like gum in there. Like I don't know what's in my drawer. I don't think I have food in there, but I'll find out, I guess. And so that's just so weird. That's so weird. And like if I had been told this news like a few weeks ago, I think I would have been really upset, but now I'm like, you know what, okay, I'm gonna be looking at it as I'm going back in January. If it's sooner, what a surprise, like that will be great. But that's my new like worst case scenario number. And so I need to figure out, okay, I'm gonna be working remotely for 9 months. What do I need to work remotely for 9 months? And how do I want my lifestyle to be? What do I want that to look like? So thinking like more positively has been really helpful. I did not mean to turn this into like a soapbox moment, but I guess I felt like venting about it or talking about it. Yeah, so that was just weird. And some people had, I know in my other videos I talked about how I would be really upset if my summer course was online because it involves a lot of networking. So I'm doing a creative writing residency program over the summer where we were going to go to campus for a whole week, and then over the weekend have like an editors and agents weekend, and we would meet with editors and agents, and it was going to be a really awesome opportunity. I did find out it is going to be online, and I think it helped that I had a lot of time to get used to the idea. I had a strong feeling this was coming. and I kind of heard whispers as well, little rumors that summer school was going to be online. So I don't know, I think it helped that I started to prepare myself for it. But I'll admit, like, I am super disappointed. That was something I was really looking forward to, not just this summer, but just for my program in general. It was a huge perk for my program, but they're still gonna do it online. I have no idea what it's gonna look like. And you know, you never know, like, maybe, I don't know how they're gonna do it with agents and editors, but like, maybe we'll have more guaranteed one-on-one time because they're gonna schedule it out. I have no idea. So I don't know, I'm just trying to stay optimistic as far as what that will look like. And the other thing I realized too, something I kind of like, I don't know, it seems really obvious, but I think it's something I had forgotten. I don't know about other people, but we are all missing out right now. And you know, thinking about it for myself, like, for example, with agents and editors, it's like, it's not like I'm missing out on an opportunity to network this summer that other people are getting. Like, nobody is networking in person. Everything has been put on pause. And so, you know, I'm paused, the rest of the world is paused. And so if anyone feels like, you know, they're missing out on opportunities because things are getting postponed, like, things are just being postponed, like, they're paused. Obviously I know that's not the case necessarily for every situation. Like, even mine, like, I don't get to do this again. Like, it's gonna be this summer and I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get, but you know, I'm not going through this alone. Most specifically, I have other classmates in my class who are gonna be going through the same thing. So yeah, and there's certainly worse things out there happening, which, again, I know I'm allowed to have my own feelings about my own situation, but it does help me to keep things in perspective. That has always been a useful tool for me, so that's why I remind myself of that frequently. But yeah, overall I'm feeling a lot better. I'm getting used to the situation. Things here have been pretty intense. My city has done a mandatory mandated face mask wear when out in public, so that's interesting. I haven't gone out in public yet because I'm a little nervous too, and just, I mean, we don't really have reason to other than grocery shopping, and we've also been told to try and keep it to one person per household. So I think that's going to end up being Zach. So I'm very much a hermit right now. I do go on jogs and we don't have to wear them as long as we can guarantee people are 6 feet away from us. So like, if you do go out for a walk or a jog, you just have to really make sure you're keeping your distance from people. So, and that's kind of made me sad in a way, because it's like, I'm still worried I'm gonna like offend somebody who like isn't as strict as me. Like, I see them coming and I switch to the other side of the road, and it's like, my first thought is like, oh, no offense, like, it's not you. I don't think you're gonna get me sick or anything. I'm just trying to like be respectful of your space too. I don't know. Those are like the two big things I wanted to update on. Two big things. I have no idea where I pulled that number from. I don't think I even mentioned two things. That is a loud motorcycle. Wow. So yeah, things in my town, city, whatever it is, have been, I think we're nearing our peak, they hope, which is also sort of scary. Like, it makes me feel like more nervous to go outside than normal, just with like everything around us. I don't know, we've had a lot of cases here. I live near Boston, by the way. I'm not in Boston, I'm in an outlying city. And so I think Boston in general as a whole is going to be reaching its peak either this week or next week. I would guess next week, because we've done a good job of keeping it slow, but I don't really know. And then again, we might get another surge. I don't really know. So yeah, one thing I really want to do this week basically is sit down and really figure out what I want my days to look like. A lot of people have mentioned coming up with a schedule, and I think the problem I was making was trying to have as normal of a schedule as I had before this was going on, and that just wasn't realistic or sustainable for how I'm currently living. Like, I talked about waking up at like 6 o'clock still, and like walking to the train station I would walk to and back for commuting, but it's like, but that's not my current situation. So currently I am working from home full time, and what do I want that to look like? What do I want to do? Instead of trying to like fit my lifestyle into my old lifestyle, coming up with what's going to work for this current lifestyle. So I don't know. It definitely has, like, you know, I have more time not commuting, and it is really nice not wearing makeup every day. My skin, like, so my skin is always going to be red just because I had a lot of acne when I was younger, and so I have a lot of scarring and redness from that. But one thing I've noticed, it's like not oily anymore. Like, look at it. I mean, it's dewy because it's skin, but it's not oily anymore, which is just so bizarre. I am not used to that. And also my hair, I've been trying to do the whole like don't wash it every day, and I haven't normally, like, I've tried it before and I didn't have much success with it, mostly because I just didn't stick with it and I wasn't consistent. But I've been trying to do I've been trying to go 2 days without washing and then wash on the 3rd day. This is the 2nd day or 1st day without washing. How would you say that? I washed my hair yesterday, I didn't wash it today, and it's definitely greasy looking. I have very greasy hair naturally. Well, I guess I don't know if it's natural, maybe it's just because I was overwashing it, but it looks, this is the best it's looked on day 2, and I'm trying not to touch it. That's one habit I'm trying to break too, is touching my hair so much, and I know that's what's causing it to get greasy faster. But yeah, it's looking better, so we'll see how this little experiment goes. Maybe by January, I only have to wash it like twice a week. That would be pretty cool and save money. I still shower every day though. I don't think I'll ever change that. And I do wet it every morning. So I don't just like put it in a cap. I like get it wet and do like a water rinse. Just cause that just feels better. I don't know. I like it feel like, I don't know. I actually really like showering every day. I think that's the problem. A lot of people talk about how annoying it is, but I like it. It's warm and it's cozy. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking. I've been talking way too long, but I will see you guys tonight for my writing session. I'm like nervous. I'm always so nervous to write after I haven't done it in a little bit. Oh my gosh. Okay, bye. All right, it's officially nighttime, if you can't tell from the fact that it's dark outside. Okay. So I'm sitting down and I'm going to start writing. I have to talk quietly. People are asleep. Because it's very, very late at night. I'm going to regret this heavily in the morning. But I am like so nervous to start still. Oh my gosh. But I realized, you know what? I am going to just do this, oh my god, tangled, as kind of like an exercise. Like a writing exercise, where I've told myself what I'm going to write is not going to be in the story. It's not going to be the first chapter. I am just going to sit down and free write and see what happens. And even though I'm telling myself this, of course there's still that other part of my brain that's like, I hope this is the first chapter. Like, I hope that this comes out just liquid gold and like it's perfect. And I realized, I know you can't do this, like compare your writing to other people's writing or writing habits, but I've been doing a lot of studying of people's writing rituals just because I find it super interesting. And I'm pretty sure Stephanie Meyer does not heavily edit her books. I think she edits them grammar wise, but I'm pretty sure the way she writes, it is what it is, and she doesn't like to change too much. So I'm like really jealous of that. And I know I can't compare, but I just wish more authors talked about their editing process. Everyone talks about their writing process, but they just like gloss over editing, and I feel like I've been drowning in editing and no one talks about it. Okay, I guess it's just not as interesting, but I'm so curious what, like, do you think Stephen King has like rewritten the beginning over and over, or do you think he just kind of like, it is what it is? I don't know. I've heard like rumors, but no one's ever asked these before. At least I haven't found the answers. Alright, so I'm gonna sit and write. I don't know for how long, or if I'm gonna do like a whole chapter. I don't know. I was just gonna free write kind of and just see what happens. See if I unearth anything, get inspired by anything. I think I more just want to do this to sort of find the voice of my main character, Paul, and see what he's got to say. See what's going on in his life. It's probably going to be terrible, that's okay. I think I actually will tell myself this is not going to be in it for real, just so I can like just have them kind of like talk about things in a very unstructured way. This isn't anything that anyone finds interesting about me, but okay. I'm gonna do the thing. Okay. Okay. It's 3 a.m. so I better stop. I wrote very little. I admit that it's not like I have a block. I don't normally care. I almost like didn't know where to even begin with free writing, which is like so silly, but so I really started off super basic, just saying like, hi, my name is Paul. And then kind of going from there and just seeing what happened. It was super clunky. I started to flesh out what I would consider an actual start to the story as far as where I felt his thoughts were most prevalent to the story I was trying to tell and where I wanted the story to start. I just can't get away from that. I have to stop doing that. As terrible as some of the writing is, and I know it is, like there's no way I'm using it, it felt so much more emotional. Like, and I was trying to listen to good songs on Spotify too to kind of put me in the headspace, but I don't know, like the writing sucked, but it felt authentic and there was more heart in it. So I don't know if I'll continue sticking with first person point of view, just because like it does feel kind of weird after writing a whole book in third person, but I like the feel of the heart of the voice better. And I don't know, I figure I will continue and just like do a fair amount of it and then see how I feel and reevaluate and compare. But it didn't come as easily as I thought it would. But I think I still have like a mental block that's limiting me from just writing. Alright, I'm gonna sign off on this one. I'm trying to do shorter videos for you guys, shorter vlogs, especially if I do want to start uploading way more consistently. Anyway, as bad as it was tonight, I still have like a weirdly good feeling about it, so I'm going to marinate on that more. That's my word of the day apparently. Okay, bye.